What's going on, folks? Welcome to another episode of This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. My name is Brandon the Franchise Buck, the greatest of all time, the best in the world, but more importantly, the owner of the world, episode 88. It is a crisp 59 degrees this April afternoon. Thank you so much for saying hello, hi, how are you, all that fun stuff. The fact of the matter is, we had a little bit of a stomach whatever issue. You go from hot to cold, and it's just kind of crazy and what have you. But that's the reason why we didn't have a show last week. But today we're going to have a show. We're going to have a great show. It's going to be a fun show. We're going to be talking about the Royals. We're going to be talking about Sporting KC. We're going to be talking about KC Current, all that good jazz. But first and foremost, we have to give credit where credit is due. Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. Order at planetjerky.net or go to the gram at Planet Jerky, as well as Seal the Deal Wax Seals over at the gram, Seal the Deal _wax seals. Order at iesportsradio.com/seal the deal wax seals. You can also check us out on the Twitter and on the gram and on the Bookie Face, TikTok, and the YouTube. If you're on YouTube, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. We are live on Central Standard Time, 2:02 in the afternoon, 2:03 actually in the afternoon. Follow us, do all that good jazz. You can also check us out on all your podcast needs, Apple, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that good jazz. I mentioned the Twitter, so let's go ahead and talk about it. This is KC_IESR as well as Real Franchise. Check us out let's support our newest sponsor, Raw Nutrition Supplements. Get rawnutrition.com. Use promo code IESR for 10% off, as well as a very important sponsor, proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off of their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health awareness. Big thing. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a big guy when it comes to mental health. Absolutely 100%. Let's see here. Good evening, Franchise. Have a great show from our workhorse himself, Taryn Rodriguez. My dude, thank you so much for joining and being a part of the show. I appreciate all of the love. I've got to do some editing on this thing here because it's just going kind of crazy. I'm going to have to double tap that. That's weird. Anyways, folks, hey, stick around. We're going to be right back. We're going to be checking out some commercial needs, all that good jazz, as well as talk about some KC sports. We're going to get some fan interaction in since we have the time and the money to do it. So with that being said, folks, we are going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We will be right back.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports. Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Brandon the Franchise Buck, as always. It is 2:11 in the afternoon, 59 degrees in Kansas City. Oh, what happened to my warm weather? What happened to my warm weather? I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you, where it might have gone, but I don't know if we are. If I'm able to pay off the censors for that. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody right now who's watching us live, whether it be on YouTube or on the Facebook, the Book of Face, on the Twitter, or wherever you may be. I know that if you go on IE Sports Radio on YouTube, you'll be able to scroll on by. There's like 30 of us guys. It's pretty crazy. We're all over the United States. So depending on who you represent with your professional teams and this and that, you get a chance to hear it out from good old people, And as I take a little sippy sip from my sis, as you get as you scroll on by, I don't know what the hell is on my phone. Sometimes I wonder if I do this or if Lucky did this. But but regardless, there's a bunch of us that are on with IE Sports Radio, and we do a good job. We do a real good job, actually. We've been doing this for like 50 billion years. Um, over exaggerating, but I mean, we're just a bunch of people that absolutely just love sports, and we talk about it, we interact with people, and that's basically what we do. Like my boy here, I don't know, I honestly don't know why I have to um, do this twice because I used to be able to just hit this once. But Taryn, he's over on the West Coast and whatnot. He knows. I knew what he meant, but he meant to say afternoon instead of good morning. But it's whatever, or good evening. He said good evening instead of good afternoon or good morning, good afternoon, whatever. We knew what he meant. We knew what he meant. I knew what he meant. So I mean, that's all that matters, right? Check us on out though. Go on the if I can find the right interaction here. There we go. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Insta. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, IE Sports Radio. Go to iesportsradio.com. Check us on out. It's not just my show. There's like 30 of us or 28 of us or whatever the case may be. I can't even remember the count. There's just so many of us here. Apple Podcast, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, all that good jazz. Yeah, so with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and talk about the first thing on the agenda, which is the world of soccer. It's kind of like talking about a good relationship or a bad relationship, if you will. I honestly don't remember the last time I talked to you guys about soccer, so if I'm repeating myself from like 2 weeks ago, I apologize. But we're just going to make chicken salad out of chicken. You know what? So, all the way back from March 15, it is Sporting KC versus Minnesota. It tied in a 3-3 matchup. I'm just going to go what I always do, especially if you're a new watcher, listener, whatever the case may be. I'm going to go left to right, left to right. If you're watching this live, it's going to be Sporting KC and then to Minnesota. Sporting KC, Minnesota. Sporting KC, Minnesota. There we go. So 9 shots versus 16 shots, 3 shots on target versus 6 shots on target, 69% possession. That's probably the best that they've done this season, honestly. Comparable to 31%. 627 passes versus 290, 83% pass accuracy to 67%, 10 fouls to 17 fouls, 1-on-1 with the yellow card, 0 red cards, 0 offsides to 2 offsides, and 4-on-4 corners. So that was for Sporting versus Minnesota. That was on March 15. That was obviously ended in a tie, and that's just what the cookie crumbled here. Let's go a little bit more into the other matches that were happening. That was Minnesota. Let's go and talk. Let's go ahead and talk about LAFC, guys. Last year, middle of the season or towards the end of the season, when I had a co-host with Bishop, we'd always joke around like, "Hey, just stop the season. Let's just start all over again." Unless something happens, I mean, this might be it, right? This was the 22nd of March. Sporting KC versus LAFC. Again, left to right, left to right. Sporting KC, LAFC. Sporting KC, LAFC. 11 shots versus 8 shots. 4 shots on target. 52% possession versus 48%. You're looking at 488 passes versus 495 passes for LAFC. Pass accuracy, not that bad. 82% comparable to 84%. 14 fouls comparable to 12 fouls. 3 yellow cards to 2 yellow cards. 0 red cards. 0 offsides comparable to LAFC's 3 offsides. And then 11 corners comparable to LAFC's 1 corner. However, the end-all be-all, 2-0 LAFC. That was on March 22. So, with that being said, we got 2 more that we need to talk about here. FC Dallas versus Sporting. Again, left to right, left to right. Dallas is going to be the first, Sporting on the second. 7 shots comparable to KC's 13 shots. 2 shots comparable to 5 shots on target. 37% comparable to 63%. How Sporting KC had more possession than anybody else, or the entire time for the game match. I don't know here, especially with the outcome. What was it? That was possession. So 334 passes comparable to 541, 76% pass accuracy versus 85%, 12 on 12 with the fouls, 2 yellow cards comparable to 1 yellow card, 0 red cards, 2 offsides comparable to 3 offsides, and then 2 corners versus 7 corners. However, when it's end all be all, FC Dallas 2, Sporting KC 1. That was on March 29. And then just this past weekend, lo and behold, just when we thought that it was over and done with, Sporting KC wins the matchup against St. Louis. That was on April 5, 2-2 zip, 2-0. So, for those of you that are watching this live, left to right, Sporting KC, St. Louis, Sporting KC, St. Louis, 11-11 shots. 7 shots on target comparable to 4, 52% possession comparable to 48%, 467 passes comparable to 436, 83% pass accuracy versus 82%, 11 fouls comparable to 14 fouls, 1 yellow card versus 3 yellow cards, 0 red cards. Then you got 2 offsides comparable to 1, and then 3 corners versus 4. Sporting KC wins that matchup 2-0 against St. Louis. That was on the 5 of April. Their next matchup is this coming Sunday, the 13th. Sporting KC versus Portland. Now, how did we finally get a winning match? Well, I will tell you if I can find it, because there was some movement within the coaching staff, and I want to talk about that here right now, if I can find it here, because I was excited. I was excited simply because of the fact, like, these boys just deserve a little bit better than what they've been having for so long, and it's one of those things. We see it all the time. We go through this just like we go through players, staff, etc. And here we are. But, Sporting KC and longtime coach Pete Vermes have mutually parted ways. The team announced on Monday Vermes, who's 58, was the longest tenured skipper in MLS, having originally taken over as interim coach in 2009. So he's been around for just a long minute here. He also owned the 4th longest active managerial tenure in the world before his firing. Why is this good? Why is this bad? It's good because, you know what? Fresh face for Sporting KC. Fresh face means new mindset, new chemistry with the team. It brings the morale to a standstill. If not, it goes high. There might be some people that might not be a huge fan of this, and it goes low. It all really depends, but there's such a mixture with the chemistry with when coaching staff just leaves or gets fired or whatever the case may be. I'm sure the boys probably were like, finally, we finally get some sort of new face around here to kind of help us on out. And the fact of the matter is that's with anybody. That's with coaching staff. That's with bosses. That's with teammates. That's with coworkers. Glasses half full, glasses half empty. You're always going to have that Debbie Downer. You're always going to have that positive Nancy. So I mean, it's a win-win for everybody here. I am going to refill on my water. We're going to come right back. We're going to be talking about KC Current. We're going to talk about how the women are just absolutely dominating right now. We got about 52 viewers right now that are watching this. Thank you so much wherever you are, whether it be on the Twitter or on the Facebook or even on YouTube, if you will. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be taking just a very quick, minuscule commercial break, just so then I can find my water here, because your boy is starting to get a little bit parched. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about KC Current. We're going to be talking about the Kansas City Royals, the boys in blue. And I would like to have a chance to talk to you guys. If you guys happen to be around or just want to say hi or whatever the case may be, as long as it's clean and I'm able to post this on the air live, since everybody's watching this live right now, At least for right now. If you're listening to this on the podcast, then you won't be able to interact, obviously. But if you guys are happy to be around, just say hi. Pop in, just say hello. I don't know where Lucky is right now. If he decides to show his face, then I'll make sure he says a little hi too. But other than that, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We are going to be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We're coming right back.
Hello, sports fans. It's me, your boy Larry B, and I want to walk you through the world of sports. No, not just the mainstream major TV deal type sports, although those are important too. But let me be your guide through your journey of all sports, from college to the pros, the minors, and everything in between. Each week, we are talking sports galore with true diehards just like you from a hardcore fan's perspective that's sure to quench your thirst around leagues you may know all too well and some you may even discover here. That's right, sports fans. If you love sports of all kinds, enjoy hearing amazing sports stories, and respect all sports because you know how difficult any of them can be to play or compete in, then this is your show. Join me, your boy Larry B, on the defining moment each week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and let the sports come to you.
The roar of the crowd, the drama and pageantry, the adrenaline rush and decadence of the world of professional wrestling. Join yours truly, the SoCal Saint, for the best pro wrestling podcast going today, the IE Wrestling Show, exclusively on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Join us every Wednesday from 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, every Wednesday, the IE Wrestling Show. It's just too woo!
Are you a Tar Heel, Blue Devil, Demon Deacon, or maybe even a Gamecock? Do you cheer for the Panthers, the Canes, the Crown? And check out the Carolina Sports Update every week with me, Neil Curtis, to get the latest and greatest on all the sports action in the Carolinas. We'll be talking pro sports, ACC and SEC football, basketball, baseball, and everything in between. We'll even talk a little Formula One racing now and again. So, for the best hour of Carolina sports coverage, catch me each week on Carolina Sports Updates with Neil Curtis, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS. The SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, episode number 88. That is Tony Gonzalez's number. Nice! Brian of the franchise buck, the greatest of all time, the best in the world, but more importantly, the owner of the world, coming at you live at 2:28 in the afternoon on a crisp 59 degrees here in Kansas City. Speaking of Kansas City, we like to talk about what is going on in the city. There's so much stuff going on, and I understand today is Monday. We still have a couple more days left in the work week, unless you work dispatch, and then you just constantly feel like you're working and you get no sleep, and you don't even know what day it is, let alone what month it is, let alone if you're wearing the same color socks, or did you have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or why my cat's fountain is wide open and there's no cat to be around. I remember now because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Does anybody else have this problem? Because Lucky he loves to mess around with his fountain, and what happens is it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and he likes to get curious, if you will. Okay, for those of you that are watching me live, you can see my facial expression right now. He likes to get curious, and it's usually scratching, and then he finally just says, "Screw it." And he just topples over the fountain and this and that. And then he sees, oh, hey, look at all this water that I'm not going to drink. But I was nice enough to leave a puddle for Dad and Mom to go ahead and clean up and whatnot. Bless her heart. Nicole, she is very patient with Lucky. I give him the Stone Cold Steve Austin look. For those of you that are wrestling fans, you know that look that I'm talking about with that meme. The meme of like, yeah, my kid's 3 years old, so we get it for free, right? And then the kid's like, actually, and then it shows Steve Austin's face like, yeah, no, that's me. So, that's a good time here. But what's going on in Kansas City? Well, like I stated, Sporting is taking on Portland on the 13th. That is going to be a fun matchup over in the Legends area. So if you're taking 435, get out. If you're taking 35, take 435 west, and then just keep going straight until you get the turnoff, and you'll be in downtown Kansas City for kind of downtown Kansas City, but One Sporting Way, Kansas City, Kansas, 66111. That starts at 1:15 in the afternoon. So if you are planning on going to the match, make sure you get there a little bit early. Same with like Royals games and Chiefs games and KC Current matches and this and that. Want to be able to get that parking in and not feel rushed and this and that, so you can comfortably get in. It's supposed to be pretty decent this weekend weather-wise, so that'll be good. I can actually give you a weather report right here, bringing back my old KKOW 860 AM Pittsburgh Joplin days. Let's see here. Let's just check it on out for the daily. So Saturday, you're looking at 72 for the high, 52 for the low. So for you guys and girls and everybody in between that doesn't freeze when it's 70 degrees, like me, your boy, who's like Senka from Cool Runnings, you're going to be having a great time. Again, that's at 1:15, April 13, One Sporting Way, Kansas City, Kansas, Sporting KC against Portland. Art Course is coming up on the 11th from 4 to 9, and then Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Country Club Plaza, 4525 Oak Street, Kansas City, Mo. That is going to be fun. You can check all of this out too at visitkc.com, and they will have all of this stuff, basically dates and times, etc. It looks like it's going to be just amazing weather this weekend. For our springtime stuff, and we love that. I love that. It would be nice, even though I love my hoodies, it would be nice to be able to go outside and not feel like I'm going to freeze just because of the fact that I'm a little guy. I'm a little guy. Ask anybody. Anybody who knows me knows I am a little guy. But that's okay because I haven't died yet from from it being 70 degrees outside or whatever the case may be here. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the socials and whatnot to make sure I don't miss anything because I know that if you're on YouTube or if you're on Twitter right now and you're watching this, um, um, it'll show somebody making a comment. So just for anybody who's watching this live right now, I can pull this on up. Taryn posted this about 3 minutes past the start time. Good evening, what he meant good afternoon. Have a great show. I mean, it'll pop it on up, and as long as it's clean and clear, then that's all that matters. I got to show you this though, for those of you who haven't had a chance yet. I apologize for those who are not going to be able to actually see this because you're listening to the pod or what have you. But I mean, look at this little guy, huh? Look at him. There's your little lucky treat right there. He's just sleeping, looking up into the sky. Just a little guy having kitty dreams. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of that song from The Hangover. All right, cool. So enough about me and my blabbering. Let's get let's get back to soccer world. KC Current, the women in teal. I've really, 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 really got to get Richard Harper on the show. Let me tell you something. In fact, I'm gonna call him out right now while I am live. Let's see here, because I want people to holler at King Richard. I want to be like, hey, that teal guy. And I'm going to have his little gimmick right here in a second here. Should we do that? Can we do that? Let's just go ahead and do that. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Richard, it's your boy. Remember Def Jam, Brandon the Franchise Buck, Mocha. Hey, we need you on the show, my guy. We need you on the show. We want to talk to you about Sporting KC. We want to talk to you about KC Current. We want to talk to you about how things have shifted when women's soccer became a thing and how awesome it is and how you have turned into such a humongous thing in downtown Kansas City. Has anybody seen Richard? If you haven't, you're missing out on so much. You really honestly are. Because this dude is just, I mean, look at him. This is all, for those of you that are watching this live, this is all teal paint. And then he has red glitter in that beard. I want to know how much he's paying his plumber at his house, because that has got to be, okay, so it's, I'm talking about him, and I'm checking out the gimmicks now. It's biodegradable, eco-friendly glitter by Hemway, and then he's got the hair wax. Richard had this thing, and I can't remember. It might have been from Charlie Hustle. He might have been doing a gimmick with Charlie Hustle, but he had this thing where he actually showed how he gets ready and this and that. He puts the paint on, he puts the wax on, he puts the glitter on, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. And it's one of those things. I really want to figure out a way to upload that when I'm talking about the KC Current, because it's so awesome. And for anybody who knows me knows who Richard Harper is, especially if you're part of the Pitt State Marching Band, Once Upon a Time in a Faraway Land. Shout out to the Pride of the Plains Marching Band here. That dude was just so charismatic. He oozed charisma, that guy. And, he would come on out, he would be a performer. We kind of had this thing of a dance-off thing while we're doing a cadence to the drums while we were marching from campus to Carnegie Smith Stadium, the football stadium, if you will, for Pitt State. And we just had so much fun. He was so positive. He was fan interacting. And who knew that would be the start to his foreshadowed life of being that teal guy for Sporting KC. He has become so popular that last year they gave him a red kit, aka a soccer jersey that said teal guy on the back. And now this year, because they're really representing teal and what have you, they gave him a teal kit. So I think that's just super great. He gets all this fan interaction and this and that. So Richard, I know you're going to be watching this. In fact, I want to do this. I'm going to do this here because I don't know if anybody else is doing this on their show, but I'm going to tag him in the old Snappy Chat because I want him to see this and know that we're doing this live here, and it's going to be sent directly to him, and we're going to have we're going to have fun doing this here. But anyways, this is Brandon the Franchise Buck, and I am on episode 88 of This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. We are talking about the teal guy. Hey, Richard. Hey, holler at your boy. We want you on the show. We have people that are going to be watching the show. We have people that are watching now that are wondering, hey, where's Richard at? Well, hey, you know how to contact me. I'm not too hard to find. Let's see what you're at, buddy. I'd love to have you on the show. Take care. We've got to continue on with the show, guys. We got to do our business here. I don't know which one he is, so I mean, we're just going to send it to both of them and just see what happens. He probably just. Oh, there he is. Okay, cool. Anyways, back to the show here. Already tagged him on X. Thank you, Taryn, dude, my man. He knows what's going on. Taryn, you've heard the story. Some people have heard the story, but from talking about the teal guy, I know. We were talking about Casey Current, and then we segued over to Richard here. I'm telling you, man. You got to go to his Twitter and check out his stuff because he's the fanatic. He's that guy. He's like our June with the Kansas City Royals. Let's go ahead and take a break from Richard here. Nothing against him, but we have a show to run here. We gotta keep the time build here or whatnot. I break a lot of rules, and you guys will understand this, especially if you're new to the show. I break a lot of rules here. Why I can get away with it, I don't know, but here we are here. So again, I apologize. I honestly can't remember the last time we talked what we talked about with Casey Current. So we're just going to go ahead and go down the list here. Again, left to right. In this case, Casey Current, Portland Thorns. So current Thorns. This was on March 15. The Current wins 3-1. Let's go down the list here. So shots 15 versus 12. 6 shots on target comparable to 3 shots on target. 47% possession comparable to 53% possession. 387 passes comparable to 435. Pass accuracy 73% comparable to 76%. 12 fouls versus 8 fouls. 1 yellow card versus 2 yellow cards. 0 red cards. 3 offsides comparable to 1, and then 5 corners comparable to 4. End all be all. Current beats Portland 3-1. That was on March 15. Moving forward here, if I can get my dates correct. Here we go. March 22nd, Current beats Washington Spirit 2-0 in that match. Let's see. I'm getting all kinds of pop-ups, and I don't know if that's for me or who that is for. Let's see here. I can see you on my phone notification, Granny. If you can see this, I'm sure you can. Hello, Lori Burt, aka Granny Hulkster. Granny Hulkster is a humongous fan for the wrestling livelihood, the wrestling life of independent professional wrestling from Arkansas to Missouri to Oklahoma to Kansas to everywhere. If you see a young lady in a red and yellow Granny Hulkster shirt with all kinds of signature on it, that is going to be her. Make sure you say hi, and make sure you let her know that Brandon the Franchise Buck says hello and sends love as well. So hello, Granny, off of the Facebook here. We're going left to right here. So Washington Current. We got 11 shots versus 15 shots. 3 shots on target comparable to 6. 57% possession comparable to 43% possession. 463 passes comparable to 365. 79% accuracy comparable to 77%. 9 fouls versus 14. 0 yellow cards versus 3 yellow cards. 0 red cards. 0 versus 1 on the offsides, and 10 corners versus 4. End all be all. 2-0. Current versus Washington. That was on March 22. So fun game for those ladies right here. Do I need to even talk about what the the complete opposite of what's going on in Kansas City right now? Because the women are on a roll, whereas the men are not. Not saying that nothing could change here, but I am saying if you are a Kansas City something fan here and you support soccer, such as Sporting or the Current or whatnot, you get a little bit of impatience here. You think we're supposed to be at this type of the bar, and you're not even here yet. So I don't know. I'm happy for the women being undefeated currently. The men, hey, yo, Sporting KC, let's get the good times rolling here, right? All right, so March 29, Current versus Utah. That was 3-0, continuing their winning streak. The top three scorers was Chewinga, Cooper, and Davina. So, I mean, you just love to see it, guys. You love to see it. Again, left to right, Current and Utah, Current, Utah, Current, Utah. If you guys are watching at home live, 16 shots comparable to 8 shots, 6 on target versus 3. 35% possession comparable to 65% possession, 321 passes versus 595, 73% pass accuracy versus 84%, 10 fouls versus 12 fouls, 0 yellow cards comparable to 2, no red cards, 2 offsides versus 1, 3 corners comparable to 2. Again, that was Current 3, Utah 0. That was March 29. Their next matchup is coming up, and excuse me, it is going to be fun. It is always going to be fun with these ladies. I'm excited for them, and I don't know where. Here we go. We're getting the. I hate how it scrolls back up to where I was because I did take pictures and then I don't know where they went. But Saturday on the 12th, they're taking on the San Diego Wave. I believe that is going to be away. It is. And you can watch that on Ion. If you even have, for those of you who have YouTube TV, that is going to save you. It's going to be over at Snapdragon Stadium, and that begins at 9 p.m. You remember when we used to bitch and moan, Kansas City Chiefs fans, about Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football or Sunday Night Primetime Football, and it was like, oh my God, can you guys either win or lose? So then we can either celebrate joyously or be absolute in depressive state and walk into work hating our lives. Yeah, that's kind of the feel that I'm getting right now. But they're taking on San Diego, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Saturday. You can watch that on Ion or YouTube TV. I'm looking at that. So Saturday, of course, I won't be able to watch that because your boy is going to be out of town. But Brandon, what are we going to do about the show? Don't worry about the show because your boy's got you covered. We're going to have a great show next week. We're going to have fun. In fact, I might even have some videos that I can try and upload if somebody can teach me on this, and we'll be able to or do our thing here. This is another thing that absolutely stinks about even when you quiet notifications, you still get notifications, and people are texting you hey, I see you. Thank you. I see you guys too. But no, big shout out to Granny Holster. She is such a gem. And for those of you who get a chance to be in the surrounding areas, in fact, I am looking at comments right now. Let's see here. Okay, cool. I'm watching this live off of my phone. Of course, Granny. Hi, how are you? Dylan, my dude. Dylan Neff, how are you, my brother? I actually have my shirt on now with my picture on it now. That's Granny. Yes, I could hear you just fine. Thank you for the shout out. Granny's still watching. God bless you guys. Absolutely, especially on Facebook. I know I did this one time, and I got a lot of interaction from people, and then of course I disappear last week because I was not feeling good at all. And sometimes you just gotta do your thing, do the humane thing here. But no, the Currents are on such a roll right now, and I absolutely love it. I'm all about it. let's see here. Here we go. Again, their next coming matchup is this Saturday. You can watch it on Ion, or if you have YouTube television, go ahead and put that on for a 9 p.m. Uh, matchup. And it's going to be fun. If you've never watched Sporting KC before, you guys have a lot to be excited about. They're currently second in the NWSL. They're underneath the Orlando Pride. Now, we talked about this last season, Bishop and I, when he was a part of the show, and we talked about how Orlando just had their number. They just had their number. They're in a great environment for soccer too. They're off of the coast, and obviously great weather. Rain or shine, great weather. I mean, those women are hard knocks when it comes to playing soccer, and they just, I mean, we had a rubber match, and then the end all be all was the season ender that caused the women to not advance into the tournament, what have you. But currently, right now, at this very moment, Orlando Pride is tied with Kansas City Current at 3 apiece, and hopefully something happens this coming weekend, so then we can be up top. We can be up top, and all that good jazz here. Folks, we are going to take a quick commercial break. It is 60 degrees finally at 2:48 in the afternoon. We got time. We got time. We got all the time in the world right now. Why? Because it's my show, and we don't have anybody until 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. Where we do double duty here. Let's see. I want to interact with you guys if you can. I know that I'm interacting with some people on Facebook. If you're on Twitter, or if you're on YouTube, or whatever the case may be, please come on by and say hi. I would love to talk to you. I would love to interact with you. I would love to see how your day is going, as long as it is clean. Because how I get away with my stuff, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, ha ha ha. But I can tell you that I would love to have you on the show, and I will give you an example for those of you that are watching this live right now. We were talking about good old Richard. I'm gonna kayfabe his last name here for security purposes, but Taryn, we made the comment that we were getting ready to talk about KC Current, but then we kind of segued over to the Teal guy, Richard, close personal friend of mine. We went from talking KC Current to talking about that Teal guy, laughing out loud. Yes, we did, because that's just what we do. We kind of go all over the place here, but that's what makes this number one show number one exciting, if you will. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break alongside taking a little sippy sip from my DC. We got that out of the way. I need to refill my gallon of water because we've got some things to talk about. We got some things such as the boys in blue. Those boys came to play some ball this weekend. Boy, howdy, they done did. We're going to be talking about the series win against Baltimore. We're going to be talking about opening day. I had some things I wanted to talk about last week. We unfortunately were not able to do so, but now we can, because we at least have another hour, as long as nobody yells at me. Taryn, give me the thumbs up here, because I know that you're producing the show right now, which I strongly say thank you. Taryn, he helps out so much with IE Sports Radio. Jen B, she helps out a ton. We got to give thanks to the creator of IE Sports, Larry B. Amanda, the list goes on and on and on. There's when I say there's literally so many people that run this stuff, there's literally so many people that run this stuff. It's insane, but it's a good insane, and we all have the same belief that we're just a bunch of peeps that enjoy our sports, and we like to talk about it. And thankfully, I have 70 people right now at the 51-hour mark that are listening to me bumble and whatnot, and I appreciate that. I know you guys are here not just to see me. You guys want to see Lucky, and I completely get that. I understand that, because actuality, I want to see Lucky too. Michael Hernandez, I cannot post you, but I say hello to you, sir. Thank you so much for saying hi off of Facebook and whatnot. Granny, I know you're still there. I appreciate you. I know I feel bad. This is the only time you actually get to see my physical face and whatnot. But I appreciate the messages. I hope you and the fam are doing great. You guys are always in my thoughts, and you definitely know what I'm talking about. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to try and find my water jug here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some random stuff. We're going to talk about some shows that are coming up after my show, as well as we're going to be talking about the Boys in Blue. So stick around for that, and do not go anywhere. I will be really sad if you guys leave. Honestly, I will, because I love talking to you guys. Even though it seems like I'm talking to myself, I'm really not, because I'm talking with you guys. So stick around. We're going to be right back. You're listening and watching. This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. Folks, we will be right back.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Galise, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports, and I will update you on all that's black and gold, and have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Galise, the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
Cleveland and Columbus sports fans, I've got the show for you. I'm Jen B, host of the Show of the Land right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. You want football? I've got the Browns, the Buckeyes, the Eagles, the Purple Raiders, and more for you. You want basketball? I've got the Cavs and the Charge for you. You want hockey? I've got the Blue Jackets and the Monsters for you. You want football, aka soccer? I've got the Crew and the Crunch for you. You want volleyball? I'm going to unleash the fury for you. You want more Cleveland and Columbus sports? I've got them all for you, from the majors to the minors to the college rinks. Catch me, Jen B, every week on the Show of the Land right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sport.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. Hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter at any time. Be happy to reply. Always want to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Episode 88. My name is Brandon the Franchise Buck, the greatest of all time, the best in the world, but more importantly, the owner of the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for everybody taking time out of your day on this crisp 59, fighting to try and be 60 degrees here in Kansas City, 2:58 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time, wherever you may be. If you're watching us on the Twitter, the YouTube, the Gram, the whatever, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. Holy buckets, do we have a lot. But Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. Order at planetjerky.net or go to the Gram at Planet Jerky, as well as Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Instagram, Seal the Deal _Wax Seals. Order at iesportsradio.com/Seal the Deal Wax Seals, as well as IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off of their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their journey, on their amazing journey to support mental health. Anybody who knows me knows I am a huge repository of mental health. And it does not matter, man, woman, child, teen, elderly, adult, whatever the case may be. It goes without saying. You can deal... You can put this fake smile on your face, but the fact of the matter is, if you're just not feeling it, don't be prideful. Don't be proud. Don't be a hero. Go out and talk to somebody. Talk to a friend, talk to a family member, talk to a coworker, anybody that you trust. Let's just take care of the elephant in the room. Professional help is not cheap, especially in today's world. You got to do what you got to do. You got to take care of yourself. The fact of the matter is this, we have the old saying, especially with athletes and whatnot, and yoga people and fitness enthusiasts, that our body is a temple. That goes with the heart, or the mind, body, and soul as well. So, if you're feeling down in the dumps, even if it seems petty to you, it's probably not. Go ahead, find somebody to talk to. Hell, come and find me. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's take care of each other. Our newest sponsor, Raw Nutrition Supplements. Get rawnutrition.com. Use promo code IESR for 10% off. As well as we talked about it, follow us on the Twitter and on the Gram, on the Book of Face, the TikTok, the YouTube at IE Sports Radio. Scroll on by until you find This is KC Sports. You can also find us on all of your podcast needs: Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I hear a bell. I don't know where he's at, but I hear a bell. We were talking about this. I'm going to show you the gimmicks here. Since we're talking about social media, I heard a bell. I know I did. Just kidding. He was probably scratching his ears. But anyways, this is KC_IESR, as well as Real Franchise. Follow us, like us, interact with us. If you get to interact with us, if you're watching this on Twitter or on YouTube currently right now, I can do what I'm doing with Taryn's comment right now. When we were talking about Casey Kern, and then segueing over to Richard, aka That Teal Guy, and I can post your comments right here. Or if you're unable to and you just don't have a YouTube account, or hell, I think even without a YouTube account, you could still just post stuff. As long as it's clean. I got to keep it clean, folks. We got to do all that good jazz. Let's see here. Granny Hulkster, I will send you a picture of me wearing my Granny Hulkster shirt so you can see it, Brandon Buck. Bless your heart, Granny. Bless your heart. I think I finally got it down to that don't have much interaction on the Book of Face, but that is okay. Let's see, what else am I doing with my life here? Because there is a lot going on. We're definitely going to be talking about the boys in blue, and that is just how the cookie crumbles here. Those boys came to play some ball, and boy, howdy, they did this weekend against the Baltimore Orioles. Um, man, man, oh man, oh man. Let's talk about that here. Well, I am trying to do some socials right here. Um, I really don't like their new hashtag. I really honestly don't. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible Royals fan. Fountains up. It's clever. That's great. You get the Casey Crown gimmick, all that good jazz. But I mean, come on, come on. Let's do something fun here. Let's not. I don't know. What am I talking about? I've never played football in my entire life, but or football. Jesus Christ! I've never played baseball. I played others. Um, let's get out of that before I absolutely lose my garbage here. Let's see. Let me get the banner on up because we need to be talking about the Kansas City Royals now. Opening night against the Guardians, they lost 7-4, which is fine. You know, it's Cleveland. They've always had our number. Guess who wants to say hi? Everybody say hi to Lucky. He woke up. He wants to say hi. I love you, baby boy. Love you, love you, love you. For those of you who cannot see him love, you have not a clue. Hello, Granny Hulkster. Hello, everybody that's watching. Okay, you go play. Lose yourself. Get into some trouble so then mom can yell at you. Um, oh my goodness gracious. Let's talk about those boys here. Those boys in blue. Um, you know, there's Cadence and there's Granny. Hi, Cadence. How are you, Granny? There you go. You got your fix of Lucky here. I also got a let's make it happen, Captain. We got it. We got the text message right here from old Richard, from the old teal guy here. So we're doing this live. I know this is completely annoying, but Richard, I just got your message. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Let's figure out a time, and I would love to have you on the show. We can do it. Um, I'll give you a link so then you can stay at home instead of having to travel or anything like that. I'll give you all the deets. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Um, all right, let's talk about the Kansas City Royals here because we've got to talk about that. Opening day, beautiful day at the K, by the way. Luckily, I didn't have to be on traffic, so it was great for me. But watching or at least listening to the game on the radio, 7-4 Guardians. Again, it's Cleveland. What are you going to do, right? Saturday, March 29, 4-3 Royals. But then the trifecta, 6-2, which was on March 30th. The Guardians win that series. The Royals on Monday, so last Monday when we were supposed to have a show, they beat Milwaukee Brewers 11-1. The Brewers came back Tuesday 5-0, and then win it all 3-2 on Wednesday. So 2 series down. Royals are 0-2 in series, what have you. But however, Friday the 4th, Royals come in and beat the Orioles 8-2. Um, they lose to the Orioles on Saturday 8-1. But then the Royals come back and complete the series 4-1. That was yesterday. They are taking on the Minnesota Twins tonight at 6:40. If you're going to the K, I believe it's home. It should be home. It is home. Okay, cool. If you're going to the K, make sure actually it's 3 in the afternoon. I would go ahead and leave now. Honestly, if you're going to the game, leave now, if you can, because I mean, yeah, it's going to get kind of crazy, especially if you're on the Olathe Overland Park side and whatnot. 435 can get kind of hectic and whatnot. It's going to be on Fubo and it's going to be on MLB TV. I'm not seeing anything about YouTube TV, which would be great. You know, one of these days, honestly, I don't know if I would ever take the bullet and go subscribe to MLB TV. Can anybody validate if that's actually a good platform, or even Fubo? I want to say that the Chiefs have have done something with FUBU. I could be wrong. Um, but I mean, it's so frustrating when like I remember back in the day, guys, and I say that like I'm a billion years old, but I remember back in the day, like we were able to watch Royals and Chiefs games without any type of gimmicks or this and that and what have you. And it would be great. It would be absolutely great to watch a Royals game and stay home or whatever the case may be. Nowadays, they make you if you can't make it over to the K or whatever the case may be, they want you to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. They want you to go to Tanner's. They want you to go to Johnny's. They want you to go to Old Chicago. Blah 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 blah. And that's fine, if you want to do that. Or maybe sometimes you just want to stay at home and just watch the game and this and that. I don't know. But Minnesota visits the K, and that game is going to be roughly 6:40. So if I remember correctly, just from my past visits over at Kauffman Stadium, if you get there about 6 o'clock, 6:15, you'll be okay. It's just going through tickets, and if you want to grab something before, I don't know about anybody else, but like me, going to movies, I like to get there early simply because of the fact I like, getting seated, getting situated with my drink and with my popcorn, candy, whatever the case may be, and I see the very beginning of the previews. I am a previews guy. And I think the reason why Nicole and I haven't actually gone to a movie together is simply because of the fact, like, I like to be in the zone. um, Paul Walker's last Fast and the Furious movie, where they did the dedication at the end, I told everybody, nobody come with me to the movie. I need to be in the zone for this because I know it's going to be emotional, and I'm an emotional guy. And boy, howdy, it was emotional for me, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Same with the Batman series with Christian Bale and what have you. But get there early if you can. I understand not everybody gets off at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, not even 5 o'clock. But if you got your gear ready to roll, go ahead, get on the highway. Just watch your P's and Q's. When you get into downtown area, it's always such a cluster. Just give yourself plenty of time. Be patient with it. There's a win probability of 52% comparable to 48% for the Royals over the Twins tonight. We'll see what happens here with the boys in blue. That's still so exciting to watch and to get, do all that jazz. Lucky Granny Holster says that she loves you. Cadence, I miss you as well, sweetheart. Jeff, Jeff Ref, what's going on, dude? Tell me about it. I'm watching you right now on my Facebook feed and whatnot. I'm using a different platform, so that's the reason why I can't really just post up your comment or whatnot. But anybody who is watching this live right now, I will show you what I'm looking at because I can do this. And I see everybody. Jeff, tell me a little bit about MLB TV. Do you like it? How does that all work out? I'm sure it's the same as like YouTube television, what have you. We're just going to go ahead and switch this on over to fan interaction here, since technically we are doing fan interaction. It's 3:10 in the afternoon. You guys were thinking I was joking about the whole gallon gimmick. I'm not. Let's talk about some things here that are coming on up. So after my show, I used to give these folks a break, but now, maybe it's a good thing or a bad thing that I go past the hour here. 3:10 in the afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. Brandon the Franchise Buck. This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. The Carolina Sports Update will be on at 4 p.m. You can catch it right here on YouTube and all the other connections that it's a part of. Mine is on my personal Facebook and YouTube and Twitter for IESR. After that, we got Chi-Town Weekly, which is at 7, as well as the Extra Mile, which is at 7. You have Set Point that ends our Monday broadcast at 8 p.m. So we got Carolina Sports Update at 4. We have Chi-Town Weekly and the Extra Mile, both at 8 o'clock. And then we have 7 o'clock for those two. And then 8 o'clock, Set Point, and that will be the end of our Monday broadcast going in to obviously our Tuesday broadcast for the next show day. Keep up with us, guys. This is KC_IESR. That is this show's Twitter account. We try. I try. And the people that help me in the broadcast booth help me keep up with scores and breaking news and this and that. I am going to tell you that this coming weekend, I am going to be out of town. I know that's unheard of. I haven't been out of town in a long time, but I'm actually going to be out of town. I can't promise you that I am going to be in Kansas City come Monday, but if I'm not, I already have it planned, and I've talked to the powers that be that I have it planned that there's going to be a recorded show next week, or it could be live. It just really depends if I have the logins here. My poor cat is trying to get underneath the cover so that he can be underneath the electrical blanket because your boy kind of has a stiff back from all those years of being a professional wrestler and getting his ass kicked. So I get a little bit stiff, especially at 60-degree weather when it's supposed to be beautiful and nice out. And so I got to keep loose. I got to keep loose is what they say. Let's see here. Let's see. Jeff, I like it. I get it for free. I'm at work, so I'll get a hold of you later. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Granny Hulkster, Anthony wanted me to tell you hello from him, and we miss you. Anthony, Granny, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I miss you guys both. I really honestly do. And I'm sad that this is the only way that you're able to see my face instead of in person. But, you know how it is. Boy, howdy, Casey Collins. Boy, or actually, should I kayfabe this, Casey? Should I kayfabe this? I don't know what a Cajun cowboy is. I know you're watching this live. You get it. I don't know what the RTS is. For those of you who know, you know. Let's just leave it at that here. Goodness gracious, what else do we have to talk about? We talked about the show. We talked about my show. We talked about next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Your boy is going to be out of town, out of state, actually. So, I mean, that'll be fun. That'll be different for me. But we will be having a show. I will be keeping up to date with all the scores that are happening this weekend with Sporting KC Current, and the Royals. We'll just go from there, but this is fan interaction. I've got 3 platforms going. I have to keep my phone out because of the fact if I don't, then I don't know who is talking to me right now. We've got a big shout out to Granny Holster, big shout out to Jeff Edinger. We got a big shout out to Casey Collins, the Cajun Cowboy. As well as humongous shouts out and appreciation to the workhorse, aka Taryn Rodriguez. Guys, if you're on Twitter or if you're on YouTube, you can interact with me live. Just find This is KC Sports. Find the stream that's going on right now. It should have like a red circle around it that basically indicates that we're live. And just say hi, then I'll be able to post your comment like I can right here with Terrence at the start of the show. And I can't really interact on Facebook unless I have my phone out, which I'm looking at right now. So that's the only reason why I'm doing some shout outs to people that are watching this live. But everybody else, if you're watching this off of YouTube or if you're on Twitter or what have you, I can more than interact with you guys that way. And that's just what we do. Coming back on track here, big shout out to my good old friend, Melissa. Hello, Melissa. And of course, Dump Truck. haven't had a chance to holler at him for a second. And everybody else, Granny, Cadence, et cetera, et cetera. You guys are just awesome folks. You guys are super awesome. And for those of you who are just now joining us or what have you, Brandon the Franchise Buck, episode 88 of This is KC Sports right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. I have got the go-ahead from that teal guy, aka also known as Richard. We'll kayfabe his real name here, but for those who know, we are definitely going to be in the works to get him on the show. I would love to talk to him. So for you KC Current fans out there, those soccer fans out there who see the bald guy in teal paint with the red glitter in his long Santa Claus beard. Yeah, that's my boy. And he just, yeah, I tell you what, that is just going to be a fun show. We're going to get this figured out. We're going to get this situated. I'm going to bring him onto the show, something that we were wanting to do last year. We just couldn't do it because, scheduling, what are you going to do? But we're definitely going to get him on, and that'll be great. Make sure you follow him on Twitter, That Teal Guy, Teal, That Teal Guy on the Twitter, and let him know that I sent you, and all that good jazz. Let's see here, checking out comments on the bookie face and whatnot. I believe I'm all caught up here. We got, at least we had a couple of people that were watching us live. I don't even know who's watching us live right now on the bookie face, but we definitely have about 120 people from different platforms that are watching us on the Twitter and on the YouTube and all that good jazz. I should probably go ahead and use this as my ticker here. Follow us on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, IE Sports Radio. Scroll on up until you find This is KC Sports. And, interact with us. Interact with us. We love talking about it. If there's something, we talked about how Sporting KC is taking on Portland this weekend over at the stadium over at the Legends and whatnot. That's going to be at 1:15. We're talking about KC Current that will be on at least Ion. And YouTube TV, I believe, as well as the Royals this coming weekend. If we are able to broadcast anything, it's at least play-by-play tweets. Obviously, nobody needs to get sued here, so we're not going to be able to actually broadcast the game per se. But geez Louise. After Thursday against the Twins, they're not playing a game until May 23rd. Is that right? That can't be right. No way. No way. Come on. I need to go into the schedule here because now I'm in panic mode. Let's figure this out here. Let's go to the Royals schedule here because that just doesn't seem right. A month before they play again? That can't be right. Let's go into the schedule right here. We got games. That's got to be like, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about, but anyways, here we go. Okay. So after the 10th, we start our new series on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday against the Guardians, the 14th, 15th, and 16th against the Yankees. And then 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th against Detroit Tigers. And then, of course, it goes in for the Colorado Rockies, all that good jazz. So, I was about to freak out. I'm like, what are these guys doing here? They're not doing anything because, Brandon and technology today on a Monday at 3:20 in the afternoon just doesn't cut grass, folks. It just doesn't do it. I wanted to see if we were missing anything. Other than that, there's actually a... what was it that was actually really interesting that's going on over at the Nelson Atkins? What is going on in Kansas City? Because let's see here. I'm doing this with my left hand, and that's just not good for anybody. Let's see here. Let's go to the 11th to the 13th. There we go. Okay, cool. So what are all the events that are happening this weekend? We got Sporting KC taking on Portland. We have, there it is, the art course over at Nelson Atkins, April 11th through May 18. So Fridays 4 to 9, and then Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. over at the Country Club Plaza, aka the Nelson Atkins Museum. You can go over there. You can go to visitkc.com. You can reserve your spot, and y'all are going to be outside and doing some art. And that sounds absolutely relaxing, especially with the weather this weekend. I will be out of town, so I won't be able to essentially enjoy it. I'll be elsewhere, but I mean, tomato, tomato, right? Visit kc.com for all of your what's going on in Kansas City needs. They have a long list of stuff such as live jazz, dining and nightlife, concerts, live music, theater, performance, sports, exhibits, special events, festivals, free events. That's always fun, especially if you have kids. Of course, you can go to the Rose Hill Winery Live Music, which is on the 11th over in South Kansas City, 311 East 135th Street. Looks like it's just going to be outside, and you get your music on and all that good jazz. There's stuff going on in Leavenworth and the Nerman Museum of Contemporary Art. Just go to visitkc.com. There is a lot of stuff, and you should have everything up your alley here when it comes to all that good jazz. Let's see here, fan interaction. We'll do this one more round here before we go ahead and call it a day, because I know that Lucky is probably getting antsy of me going past the hour, indefinitely, and everybody else. We do have some shows coming on up here. If you're just now joining us, hi, hello, how are you, wherever you may be. We have got, if I can find the schedule right here and zoom in, because God almighty with my eyes, the Carolina Sports Update at 4 p.m. And then we have Chi-Town Weekly and the Extra Point, two different shows at 7 p.m. We have Set Point that is ending the Monday broadcast at 8 p.m. So there you have it. We have 4 more shows left to go. 2 of them are going to be happening at the same time. And just received a beautiful message from our loyal friend and fan, Granny Hulkster. Bless her heart. That's what I was telling you about. If you ever see this young lady at a wrestling event and she's got her red and yellow on and she is the loudest one in the arena, do not feel bad, because she was born to do this, folks. She was born to be in the wrestling world and the wrestling life, and the people in the wrestling business absolutely love her for what she does and supporting all of us. I say all of us, supporting the men and women that are the road warriors, if you will, and put their bodies on the line and then come home and have to do the real life thing for a minute. So that's just what she does, and you can definitely find her if you're in Arkansas or Texas or Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri. She's all over the place. So definitely say hello to her if you happen to be out and about. Checking out some live comments here. I do not know where I said extra point. I think I was trying to say extra mile, but then actuality, I was looking at set points and whatnot. It's a Monday, Taryn. My apologies. Extra mile, ladies and gentlemen. Extra mile is the name of the show here. I should know that. I should have this programmed in my head already. I've been doing this for a long time, right? Fan interaction. Guys, we have talked about this, or at least I've talked about this. How I appreciate you guys, we're going to take that out of here. We're going to at least put this on up. Once upon a time in a faraway land back in the COVID years, the COVID days, I was hit up by the main man, Mr. Larry B, about my interaction and my fandom with sports in Kansas City, and if I want to be a part of a broadcast and whatnot. I said absolutely. He gave me the gimmicks and whatnot. Once upon a time, we only were able to do this via audio, so Spreaker. And I was no stranger to it, simply because of the fact I'm a communications major. I used to do podcasting just for fun. I never took it really seriously because I never envisioned that foreshadowing that I would actually be a part of a broadcast where I'd have 130 viewers right now, an hour 25 past the hour. And, it's one of those things that I absolutely love. Life had happened, so I had to take a break. However, luckily, we found somebody to hold the reins up while I was gone. And I came back last June or July of 2024. There was originally 2 of us, if you will. So myself and a man called Bishop. We held the reins for as long as we did, and then December we decided to do some changes, and now it's just me, myself, and I. And every once in a while, I believe he's underneath the bed now. Every once in a while, it's myself and Lucky will make an appearance. So to get from literally maybe 4 to 6 viewers. And I think our top notch was about 300 not too long ago. And only big things are happening with the show, folks, and that's what I'm absolutely excited about. I granted, we're not at our record breaking of 300 for today, but you know what? It's fine because I absolutely love interacting with you guys. I love broadcasting. I love doing what I love to do. Um, and what I love to do is basically entertain, broadcast, talk about sports, talk about Kansas City, talk about the city that I absolutely love. And there's just so many shows, guys. There's so many shows that IE Sports Radio produces, and this and that from all over the place. Such as for tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, you're looking at the Tornado Takeover, the NorCal Sports Report at 6 p.m. Then at 7 p.m., Philly Sports Talk for you Philadelphia fans. I know there's a couple of you in the wrestling business that are Philly fans, so you'll enjoy that show. 8 p.m., the Neutral Zone, and then 9 p.m., Sin City Sports. And then to start up the Monday, we have the IE Wrestling Show. That was one show that I was a part of. Unfortunately, I got way too busy, and Duder is holding the reins and doing his thing with the wrestling show. So we don't have to worry about distractions today because the WWE is back in the United States. It is what it is. So now it's just me, myself, and I doing this thing. And we have a great time with it. 3:28 in the afternoon. I definitely want to take time to thank everybody that has taken the time to spend their hour and a half with us. Typically, the show is supposed to be an hour, but luckily, because of the fact we don't have another show going on until about 4, I just like to interact and talk to you guys and let you know what's going on in these neck of the woods. That's just what we do. That's just how it is, and we love it. We love every single bit of it. We are going to. Let's see here. I don't think I've missed anything sports-wise. Actually, I think I might have. In fact, actually, yeah, I did. We got to talk about Pittsburgh State University, my alma mater here. So if you can bear with me for just 1 second, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Give me like 2 minutes to grab this stuff, and then we will be right back, folks. And we're going to be talking about my alma mater, the Pittsburgh State Gorillas. Now the Lady Gorillas made it to the Final Four. At least I believe they made it to the Final Four, but then unfortunately their season ended. The Division II NCAA tournament, which is basically their March Madness for Division II. So stick around. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. We will be right back.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Galise, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports. And I will update you on all that's black and gold. Have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports. Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Galise, the User Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
What's up, everybody? This is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of thunderous spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode of This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. Episode 88. Your boy, your man, the legend himself, Brandon the Franchise Buck, the greatest of all time, the best in the world, but more importantly, the owner of the world. My man. Let me tell you something about this guy right here. This guy right here. Let me tell you something. This dude has been such a gem to work with. And we have this ongoing thing that we are brothers because of our heritage and this and that. And he has just been so fun. He's been, he's definitely made me humble to my heritage and growing up and this and that. And this man, I tell you, he has got stories beyond stories, and they become entertaining in itself. So Rye. I'm sure you're home somewhere and whatnot. You need to be doing your thing. Don't worry about me, brother. You gotta do your thing, man. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm sure I'll be talking to you here soon. Pittsburgh State University ladies Elite Eight for D2 basketball. Unfortunately, their season was ended by Grand Valley State on the 26th of March, 68-61. For anybody who's been paying attention to these ladies, I mean, Coach Amanda David, I've known her since God knows when, 2003, 2004, when she was playing ball. She then went into the coaching staff, and then finally she made her way on by to being the head coach for the Pitt State Lady Gorillas. It is just... it's just one of those things. It's one of those things that the ladies just do absolute greatness. And we have all talked about this, especially with the Pitt State Marching Band. The Pitt State Marching Band has always been humongous fans of the Lady Gorillas. And to see them make it to the Elite Eight for the D2 basketball tournament, which is basically essentially the NCAA March Madness tournament for D2 sports and whatnot. That is the furthest they have been in in years beyond years. So I mean, to see all of that and to where they are today, I'm just so proud of these ladies. The first quarter, Grand Valley, they did their thing. They dominated that with 22-15. They dominated the entire game really until the second half. Second quarter, it was about 13-9. Third quarter, you go to 22-11. When it comes to points, not the actual score, obviously. But unfortunately, Grand Valley, they dominated 22 points, comparable to 15 points. 68-61 was the final. What can you say about these ladies? I mean, the free throws. It wasn't the best. It was at a 66.7% accuracy. Three-pointers, 37.5, and then field goals, 43.1. No technicals. Second chance points, you had 5. Lead changes 4 times. Turnover points were 9. Points in the paint, you're looking at 30. So, I mean, the ladies did remarkable. They did a great job. You can't be sad over it because of the fact that, when's the next time they're going to be there? It could be next year. It could be a few years from now. It is what it is. It's sports. But I mean, I am so proud of these ladies. I am so proud of Coach Amanda David. I'm so happy for the alma mater. had I had a chance to actually be in the vicinity, I'd probably be over at John Lance Arena. I'd be cheering the ladies on. That wasn't the case. However, I was able to watch some of the game on the ESPN app through ESPN Plus and all that good jazz. So Pittsburgh State, Lady Gorillas, Coach Amanda David, y'all have nothing to be ashamed of. Y'all have done all of us proud. Future Pitt State students, current Pitt State students, and alma mater Pitt State alumni, you've done us all proud. We are so proud of you, ladies. And we cannot wait for next season for the Pittsburgh State Gorillas, the Lady Gorillas, hell, even the men too. Football is going to be coming up sooner than later, so that'll always be a fun time in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Pittsburgh without the H for those of you who are out of staters here watching the show. And yeah. I mean, what can you say, guys? What can you say? So with that being said, 3:37, I think we can probably go ahead and end this. I feel like I just need to catch up with everybody simply because I haven't been around, and I apologize for that. I wasn't feeling the absolute best last Monday, so we went ahead and just said no to doing the show and what have you. I let the powers that be know what was going on, and here we are. So I mean, I appreciate all of you guys that have been watching this. 135 people. We're at 1 hour and 37 minutes past the start of the show. I'm seeing some other things that are going on right here. Geno Smith, non-Kansas City related. Geno Smith officially signs with the Las Vegas Raiders, so that's interesting. I just saw something else too, that of course Tyreek is in the news. At least he's on my Twitter feed right now, and he does the peace sign, which we all know that was his signature before he ran it into the end zone. I don't know what's going on with him. It's the off season for Kansas City. We just sit back, relax, and let the madness happen, if you will. Let the macho madness happen here. It's Tyreek. It's Tyreek. That's all I'm going to say. Tyreek. He's going to do what he's going to do. So, next week. So I have flirted about this. We are going to be out of town this weekend. I've got 2 work days, and then God knows what kind of sleep I'm going to be getting. Probably none, if you want to be real here. But we are definitely going to be out of town. I plan on getting a hold of Richard, that Teal guy, on the Twitter, super fan for KC Current. I plan on keeping up to date with Sporting KC, KC Current, and Kansas City Royals game stats and what have you. I will do my absolute best to keep everybody up to speed on the, if I can find the right bar here, on this is KC _IESR, as well as Real Franchise. And again, I love interacting with you guys. I don't want to ramble and take too many people's your time. Some people just love watching this just because it's me. Some people actually like to be educated, or at least in the know of what's going on in Kansas City sports, especially if they're out of towners or whatever the case may be. I've got a lot of comments about that in the past, where they might be traveling or whatever the case may be, and they go to this show. Not everybody, because we're not popular yet. We will be, though. We will be. But they let us know, like, hey, yeah, we like listening to your show because of the fact, like, we might be out of town, we might not have seen the game, but you at least keep us up to date with what's going on. So I mean, that's always fun. I love hearing that type of stuff. I am just I'm double checking socials here, just making sure that everything is legit. I think everybody's gone now, so I'm pretty certain that I don't have to worry about anything else on the book of face. But if you're ever on Twitter or on YouTube and what have you, go ahead. You'll see my show. You can comment like my boy Rye here, and as long as it is clean and what have you, because I'm the only one with a dirty mouth on this show, we can go ahead and air it. And yeah, you can have your comment aired and broadcasted and all that good jazz. So that's the gimmick on that. So that's the skinny on that here. 59 degrees. It actually went down a little bit on the point. So it was 59.9. Now it's 59.0 at 3:41 in the afternoon. It's April weather. What are you going to do here, folks? What are you going to do? Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. Order at planetjerky.net or go on the gram and go to Planet Jerky, as well as Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Go to the gram, Seal the Deal _ Wax Seals, or order at iesportsradio.com/Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Our newest sponsor, Raw Nutrition Supplements, getrawnutrition.com. Use promo code IESR for 10% off. And then, of course, IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off of their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. I have talked about this. I am a huge ambassador when it comes to mental health. I have talked about this until I'm blue in the face, until I'm red in the face, until I'm black in the face. It doesn't really matter. Until I'm something in the face. It doesn't matter, man, woman, or child. I don't care what society says. Let's go ahead and end that BS stigma right now, especially with this show. If anybody is struggling, go ahead and get help. And then let's go ahead and take care of the elephant in the room here. Not everybody has billions of dollars in their back pocket. So if you're unable to afford professional help, or if you don't get benefits or whatever the case may be, find a friend, find a family member, find a coworker, find somebody that you can trust, that you can talk to, because kind of like the fitness gurus, your body is a temple, and that includes the mind, body, and soul. So, we got to keep everything sharp and collected and what have you. We've got to take care of each other, take care of ourselves. I am not against talking to anybody when it comes to mental health. So if you happen to see me strolling, or if you just need somebody to chat with, just somebody to vent to, that definitely is not going to judge you, or whatever the case may be, holler at me. I would be more than happy to take care of my listener, my friend, my confidant, whatever the case may be, and go from there, guys. Let's take this seriously. Let's take care of each other. Supporters Club. I haven't talked about this a lot, and I should, and I haven't, and I apologize. The Supporters Club. I love doing this show. I love to have fun with the show. I love interacting with you guys. I love doing this and that. Sometimes, though, it gets a little bit expensive to do all this stuff, but I can tell you, if you go to the link that I have on the bottom level, on the bottom ticker, if you will, Supporters Club, www.spreaker.com/this-is-Kansas-City-sports-5772917/support. I know that's a lot, especially if you're listening to this on the podcast and what have you. Go over there, show your support. Every little bit counts. And I appreciate you guys just doing your thing. Appreciate you guys listening in. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys chiming in and all that good jazz. We're getting ready to wrap up the show. Kansas City versus the Twins at 6:40 tonight. You can watch on FanDuel Sports Network or listen to 96.5 The Fan. I believe also you can do a trial gimmick off of Fubo and MLB TV tonight. It is 3:45 this afternoon. So if you're in the vicinity of Kansas City, take your time. Because we all know this is about the time that rush hour starts, and it's not going to end until maybe 6. But take your time, give yourself plenty of time. I'm looking at the starting lineup right now. At third base, we've got India. At shortstop, Witt Jr. At first base, Pasquantino. Of course, catcher is going to be Salvi. Second base, Massey. Right field, Renfro. Left field, Melendez. Designated hitter, Garcia. Center field, Isbell. And then pitcher, Lorenzen. So there is your starting lineup against the Twins tonight. The Royals are going to go ahead and try to continue their streak after beating the Baltimore Orioles last night, and they continue on doing their gimmicks today against Minnesota over at the K Kauffman Stadium. Get there early, get there safe, get there sound. Um, Enjoy yourself. It's a nice day out. I hope you brought your sweater or a light jacket or what have you, because it's a nice day out. Enjoy baseball. Enjoy being a fan. Enjoy that baseball is back and sports in Kansas City is thriving. And all of that good jazz. I know that you guys that are watching the show right now appreciate sports as much as I do, and if you get the chance to go out to any sports game, whether it be the Royals, the Chiefs, Sporting KC, KC Current, hell, even the Mavericks. Which is an Independence. It's on the Missouri side. They're our hockey team. They're the team that took over for the Kansas City Blades. Go out and support them. Check them on out. 4 p.m. here in about less than 15 minutes. We've got the Carolina Sports Update, Chi-Town Weekly, and the Extra Mile, both at 7 p.m. And then Set Point, or Extra Point, is it? I got to go back in that because I have this Extra Point. See, okay, completely different. Set Point at 8 p.m. That's going to end the broadcast day, if you will, for IE Sports up until tomorrow. Check us on out. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys. 149 people. We were gone last week. We're back this week, and we are just killing it. We are just killing it, and we're going to be doing this a lot more. I got to, of course, take the social media selfie here, just because of the fact that, well, that's just what we do. That's just what we do. 3:48 this afternoon, folks. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the interaction. Rye, Taryn, thank you. Over on Facebook, you know who you are because there's a lot of you. Granny, Jeff, Michael, Cadence. If I missed anybody, I thoroughly apologize. Casey Collins. And everybody else, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate the interaction. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Stick with me at this is Casey_IESR. I will give you an update in case something crazy happens, but I should be back. If not, it will be a recorded show. We're going to go ahead and end this just so then we can get the Carolina Sports Update ready to roll. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Stay with it right here on IE Sports Radio. If you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitter, and you'll catch all of that good stuff. Let's see here. Of course, we have to give shout out to Rye. I appreciate you. I'm glad you got to watch the show, so you'll have something to talk about Wednesday when we do our thing here. In fact, I'm going to take a quick picture because this is that's a good number. 150 is a good number with 1 minute to spare to make it 150. So 350, 349, 350, whatever you want to say. Doesn't matter. I appreciate you guys. 58 degrees now. I told you it was going down. I'm going to freeze, but it's okay. It's whatever. I got lucky somewhere. We'll warm things up. 3:49 this afternoon, Monday, 58 degrees. I appreciate you guys. Same bat time, same bat channel. Stick with me on this KC_IESR for all of your sports updates. I will either be doing this live or recorded next Monday, and we're going to try our absolute damnedest to get Richard Harper on the show, and he's going to talk to us, the long-awaited interview, and him joining us on the show to talk to us about what's going on with the Current. I want to say even now, I don't know if he is. He's not. He's definitely not available right now. But because I just checked his timestamp on Snaps, and he has been available for an hour. But we're going to get Richard Harper on the show. We're going to have him talk to us about Sporting KC and about his fandom, and where he came from, and this and that, and all that good jazz, and what it's like to be a known fanatic for Sporting KC or KC Current. What it's like to interact with the ladies, and what it's like to interact with fans in Kansas City, and this and that, and what have you. Everything that Richard wants to talk about, we're going to air it. And I'm going to try my absolute best to give you an absolute date on when that show is going to happen. We're going to have Richard on. And I hope that we can get some interaction from fans and whoever who might be wondering, how does one live the life of being a sports fanatic? I couldn't tell you. Because I definitely didn't have any fanatics for the franchise when I was in the wrestling business. I had people who wanted to see me get my ass whipped, but that was about it. But it's going to be a fun show. I don't have an exact date. I only got one. I only got one response from him, and that's that. So we'll figure it out. Nobody worry about it. Let me worry about it. We will figure it out indefinitely. But with that being said, folks, thank you so much. It's been almost 2 hours. I'm done talking your ears off. You're probably bored out of your mind here. Let's get ready for the Carolina sports update that's coming up here in less than 10 minutes here. Stay right here on IE Sports Radio for YouTube. It's coming on up, as well as Chi-Town Weekly and The Extra Mile, both at 7 p.m. Two different shows, obviously, and then the Set Point at 8 p.m., and that will be the end of Monday broadcasts. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Good old Jay, Chef Jay, if you're watching this currently right now, hello. I hope you're doing well, sir. Everybody else, thank you so much. I appreciate it. One last shout out to all of our sponsors here. Planet Jerky, premium brisket beef jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet. Order here at planetjerky.net or go to the gram at Planet Jerky, as well as Seal the Deal Wax Seals over at the gram, Seal the Deal _wax seals. Order at iesportsradio.com/Seal the Deal Wax Seals. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing, amazing, amazing journey to support mental health, as well as our newest sponsor, Raw Nutrition. Get rawnutrition.com. Use promo code IESR for 10% off. Of course, as always, follow us on the Twitter and on the gram and on the Book of Face, TikTok, YouTube at IE Sports Radio. Scroll on until you see This is KC Sports, as well as you can holler at us on all of your podcast needs, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, all of that good jazz. Last but not least, while we're talking about the socials, this is KC_IESR, as well as Real Franchise. Follow us, find us, interact with us. We love you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys more than I have fingers and toes. Next week, we will either be live or this will be a recorded show. Stay up to date with my socials, and we will go from there. But, folks, as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Brandon the Franchise Buck, the greatest of all time, the best in the world, but more importantly, the honor of the world. And this is episode 88. And until next time, I'll catch you down the road for This is KC Sports right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Good afternoon, folks. We'll see you next week.